Hey, how y'all doing? Let me make sure you can hear me. Alright, okay, so real quick, I'm just having a moment, okay? I just need some help with something real quick. Okay, so this year my son is in the 8th grade, my daughter's in the 2nd grade, and I really wanted to make sure that they had so much of extracurricular activities that they can participate in, right? So I'm trying to get my son on this robotics team. We're going back and forth. I'm getting things together. I signed him up and all that. I'm trying to get to like how much money this is gonna be. And the guy says to me, he says, one way or another, we're meeting on this time. You can sign up here, you can sign up there, and you can discuss this. You might want to see what your son has to say about it. And I was just looking at the email like, what you mean? I need to see what my son has to say about it. When in all of the whole world did we start to ask our kids how they feel about an extracurricular activity that I'm going to pay for? Hold on, pause. When I was growing up, nobody asked. It wasn't a discussion. It was, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, I want to play the violin. They would say, okay, let's see what's needed to get that done. Then they come back to me a couple days later with, you're going to play the violin. This going to be it. If you pick it, that's all you get. It wasn't a discussion. It wasn't do you want to go on Saturday? Do you want this blue violin or this yellow violin? No, it was simply, this what you're going to do. Don't want to play this and we spend all this money. Then next year you want to play the flute. That's why I played the violin for 10 years, because I had no choice but to pick the violin. But let me explain something to you. This guy really thinks that I'm going to go home. He didn't say you want to go home and discuss it with your family or, let me know what, you decide to do. No. He said you might want to see what your son thinks. Sir, I am not. See, that is the problem. It dawned on me. It was like a click, like, oop. That's why we can't get young people to serve in church. Did your mother ask you if you wanted to go to church? Can you imagine that? Hey, Sean, do you want to go to church? No, I didn't want. Hell no, I didn't want to go to church. I did have choices. Let me not be like, oh, my parents didn't give me choices. No, it was like, do you want to like praise dance or do you want to be an usher? Huh? That's all it was. His school calling me right now just to give me. I don't know what you're gonna say over the recording. It just dawned on me that we really are having discussions with kids like they grown and can make the decision. No, I am the mother. I'm running this. I'm not about to discuss nothing. Robotics is a great thing for you to do. That's what you're going to do. I'm going to pay for it, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to show up, and you're going to do a good job. Am I the only one? I don't remember my parents having discussions with me about what they was going to do or how I felt about it. I mean, if I had a problem, like, Mom, for liturgical dance, like I'm not feeling the uniforms and all of these garments that we have to wear underneath considering I'm small. You know what she said? Deal with it. And that was it. I said, ooh, I shut up and keep it moving. Right now, I'm feeling like us as parents are trying so hard to stay on that line of friendship that I am completely denouncing the fact that I want my children to be friends with me. No, I am your mother. I am a parent first. Then I'll rock and be friends. But other than that, this dude really emailed me and said, you might want to see what your son thinks. My son is 13 years old. He ain't paying his bill. He not paying no lights. He ain't paying no mortgage, no rent. He ain't putting gas in my car. So why am I discuss with him when I want to pay extra? This is extracurricular activities. This ain't like something that's school related. I just want my kids to, grow socially, and we spend a lot of time in church, and I don't want it to be like church is it. No, I want them to learn some other things. And if it costs me a couple $100s, then that's what I want to do. But I'm not going to discuss that with my son. Absolutely not. Are we really doing that? Are we really doing that today, saints? Because I don't remember that. I'm going to stop pacifying my kids Because I can see now, this is why they making bad decisions. So, and this is like a domino effect. That happened today. Saturday, I get an email from a church asking if I would train some people for media. Cool. I start asking some questions, how many people, what are you looking for, blah blah blah. So at the end of all that, I give her all my packages and what I can do, and this young lady says to me, well, I'm gonna have to ask the youth and figure out if this is something that they want to do. Once again, why are we asking them? I'm not saying force them to do something, but I remember when I was growing up in church, you had a choice. Do you want to do this or you want to do that? It wasn't a matter of you don't have to do it at all. I just want to see what you want to do. No, you're going to find something to do or we're going to make it up. You're going to find something or we're going to make it up. Back when I was growing up in church, liturgical dance was like as taboo as Facebook live streaming was of church services at first. So the fact that I really wanted to do it was primarily because I was a rebellious child in a way, and that was one way I said, I'm gonna do this different because ain't nobody doing it. So that's what was it. It wasn't a matter of stopping. It was, this is what you're going to do for the duration of your time at church. This is your extracurricular activity at church. I played basketball for the county. I was in liturgical dance. I was in gospel choirs. My parents made me, not saying made me, but they steered me in the direction to learn leadership skills, public speaking, being sociable, being able to adapt in different environments. Why are we neglecting to do that with our children with these discussions? I'm guilty. My son will ask me, hey, Mom, what we doing today? On a good day, I might actually tell him everything that I plan to do that day. Do you remember when I was 13-year-old and it would be a Saturday and I would go to my mom and ask me, what we doing today? You know what she would look at me and say, for what? Why you need to know? Why you in my business? If we go somewhere, you might come or you might not. Not saying my mother was nasty, but that was grown folks' business. You better just enjoy the fact that you here and on a ride. I just can't believe that man asked me to discuss it with my son like he gonna be paying, like he gonna be footing the bill. Like he really gonna be like footing the bill. This is why kids are growing up and making bad decisions, because we are discussing things. They depend on us as parents to be the wise one, to be the one to guide them, to be the one to say, no, you need to do this because this is going to help you with this. We need to give them the A, the B, the equal sign, and the C. That's what it seems like needs to happen, because I get more and more emails about, well, let's ask. It's youth. I went back. I go to churches, and these youth literally are doing nothing. Nothing at all. The youth used to run the church. They used to run councils. Everything used to be youth. Now it's like pulling teeth. They go to college. They don't come back. That's fine and well. But before I went to college, I was active in church. I was active in extracurricular activities. I think I ran my parents rapid. They were so excited when I got my license that they just gave me a car and said, you go do what you want to do. But it's because they guided me. I can't be having adult conversations with my 13-year-old son when I'm trying to teach him how to grow up to be a responsible adult. I can't put that on him right now. My discussion with my son in regards to the robotics extracurricular team will be, your meeting on Saturday, it's going to start at this time. I need you to look like this when you go. This is what you're going to need. When we get there, we'll get some more information. You're welcome. Literally, I will say it just like that and wait for him to say nothing. Because how I was raised, you don't say much when you get extra. All I'm saying is, wow. I could not believe that I don't believe he typed it wrong either. I really do think that he mean for me to go home and discuss it with my kid. Like, I'm supposed to come back tomorrow and be like, you know what? I had a conversation with my son, and he's really not feeling this robotics team that can lead him to possible scholarships and fun competitions at beaches and stuff, because you guys went to Myrtle Beach last year. So, no, I'm not going to tell him all that information, because it's none of his business. It ain't none of William's business why he's doing robotics. He said he had an interest in it. Okay, we're going to put that interest to light. Okay, this year you're doing something. This year is going to be hot. It's going to be hot to death. This is what you're doing, and you're going to like it because that's what you said. Now, I could be like how my parents was. I think it was more so my mom that was like, you're going to get to play the violin, and then next year don't ask to play the flute, because she had to buy me the violin. She wasn't going to turn around and buy the flute. So, I mean, I get that. But, yeah, I don't remember it being a conversation. I don't remember it being a discussion. I mean, I even remember to the point where I had to put together a proposal to present to my parents of what extracurricular I wanted to do and why it benefited the household and myself to get where I needed to go. Stop playing. My parents was not playing with me. Now, all of a sudden, we just be like, here you go. We give them phones and everything like that and be like, there you go. No. I'm still trying to guide my kids as much as possible, but it lets me know that some parents are kind of like hands off a little bit, you know, and it's cool, you know, to each its own. But how my life is set up and how my future is seen, nah, homie, I'm not going to be discussing with you what you want to do. I'm going to be the parent. I'm going to let you know what's best for you, because I'm out here living in the real world. And one thing I don't understand is, in the real world, you can't just be regular. You can't just have no type of skill set, no type of nothing. If you got extra, that's good. That's why I say, no, this year, my kids got to get into something. Julie keep trembling around and doing cartwheels and everything. But girl, you want to be a gymnast? Can we say scholarship? I don't care where you go. Can we say let's work on that right now? You want your own YouTube channel, Julie? Yes. Because you can make money off them views. Yes. You can do that. I am going to put these dreams into action and make them stick with it, and don't really have a discussion about too much. Because now that I'm looking back, the lack of discussions within my parents and myself helped there to be more conversations that engage me to want to openly talk to my parents. Like, I'm not going to make him do stuff that he doesn't want to do. He showed interest. I'm showing you as your mom. I hear you. I went and I researched this. This is what I found. This is good for you. This is good for the family. You're going to do this. If he say no, nah, see, you can't say no. The fact that I just posed that question shows the difference in parenting that we are. I know that when I grew up, I could never say no. Even if I had to lie, I wasn't saying no. I wasn't saying no. If I'm laying in the bed at 8:55, knowing that at 9 o'clock we got to get up and go to church, and 8:57, my mother yell and say, Sean, we living in 3 minutes. You ready? Yes. Am I going to tell her no? No, I'm not going to tell her no. I'm going to hurry up and get dressed and make it downstairs in 3 minutes. Now, I might get downstairs and she say, look at your face. You ain't put lotion on you. Oh, no, ma, I ain't do nothing. Then I'm going to go back upstairs and really get dressed. But I'm not going to blatantly tell my mother no. I don't ever remember. You know what? Scratch that. She never asked me that. I better had been ready at 9 o'clock to go wherever we needed to go, because she told me ahead of time, hey, you need to be here. I'm sorry. That's just my Monday moment, because that just blew me away. That, you know, from parent to parent, you know, he flat out was like, you know, yeah, go discuss it with your kid and see if that works for you too. Sir, he is not my best friend. He is not my husband. He is my child. And I'm going to take it as such. Let me find out. Now what I'm about to go do is have a nice little conversation with my son and let him know what's good and what's going on. But yeah, I'm not about to have full-blown discussions about what he wants to do and what he doesn't want to do based on the fact that he is 13 years old and he don't know nothing. I mean, he know a little bit about a little bit, but I mean, I know what you need to get to the next level. You in the 8th grade, homie. Soon as you blink, you're gonna be in college. That's a whole nother thing. We gotta prep you for college, boo. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna go in the house and get my whole life together right now, and I'm gonna have a discussion with my husband as to what we're going to do, because I don't treat my son as he is my husband. That's a whole nother Facebook Live, and never have. Alrighty, well, it was a wonderful day. Hold on, let me tell you something about this weather. I got on a slip, stockings, camisole top, and a little cardigan. It's cold out here. Well, okay, let me fix that. It was cold this morning. I walked out and I was like, ooh, burr. Had to grab my scarf like it's a little nippy. So I wrapped up on my way out the office. Tell me why. It's like humid and hot out here. I can't take it. I can't take this weather. I don't understand. Like, the summer just end like that? Like, for real? Or is this just hurricane weather and we're going to have 90 degrees for Thanksgiving? How about I'm taking out the winter clothes now? I'm going to just put everything up and I'm going to just mismatch all day long. Tomorrow is supposed to be the same way as today. That's all I got for you guys. I'm going in the house. I love y'all. Be safe. Bye.